What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jose here at the First Run By podcast, and today I am going to be talking about Mr. Justin Jefferson signing that insane contract extension with the Minnesota Vikings. So, a record deal. The Vikings and three-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Justin Jefferson reached agreement on a 4-year, $140 million contract extension that includes $110 million guaranteed, which is insane, and makes him not only the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, but the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. So Justin Jefferson's deal includes $88.743 million due at signing, which is freaking incredible. The highest non-QB guarantee at signing in NFL history, and it resets the wide receiver market. So that is absolutely insane. So to start off, if I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, I'm freaking happy about the signing. Obviously, first thing that comes to mind is now, what is JJ McCarthy going to do with this, right? So I know he's a rookie. He saw a lot of success in college, but now you lock up arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL, paired up with Jordan Addison on one side. So JJ McCarthy, the time is yours, my friend. It's time for you to show the world what you can do, all right? And just some interesting stats that I saw earlier that I kind of just wanted to bring up. So first 4 NFL seasons, Randy Moss versus Justin Jefferson. And this might surprise some of you guys. So Randy Moss, 308 receptions to Justin Jefferson's 392. So Jefferson blows out Randy Moss in that category. First 4 NFL seasons. Reception yards, we got Randy Moss with 53.96, Justin Jefferson 58.99. This stat right here is absolutely insane to me. Randy Moss, 53 receiving touchdowns to Justin Jefferson's 30. That's insane. Literally has almost 100 less receptions and has almost double of his receiving touchdowns. That's freaking phenomenal. So Justin Jefferson is on pace to be a Hall of Fame wide receiver and Minnesota's next greatest Hall of Famer. Absolutely insane. But what does this mean for the rest of the league? So, like I said earlier, it resets the wide receiver market. Obviously, we just had a ton of wide receivers sign contract extensions within the past, month or so. So, obviously, we know St. Brown signed a 4-year deal, $120 million. Waddle signed a 3-year deal, $84.75 million. Devontae Smith, 3-year deal, $75 million. And then Nico Collins, 3-year deal, $72.75 million. So we're actually still waiting on Mr. Jamar Chase to sign an extension. I know he's holding out in OTAs, as well as T. Higgins. Ceedee Lamb is holding out, and we're actually going to talk about what this means for Ceedee Lamb here in a bit. But yeah, so that puts him, like I said earlier, as the highest paid wide receiver in the league right now, with A.J. Brown being right under him at $32 million a year. Amon-Ra St. Brown, $30 million. Tyreek Hill, $30 million. Jalen Waddle, $28.25 million. And then Devontae Adams at $28 million as well. So wide receivers, if you're an aspiring football player, look to the receivers, because these guys are getting paid. But anyway, so kind of like what I was saying. So Ceedee Lamb, so they were both drafted in the same draft class in 2020. Ceedee Lamb was selected 17th overall by the Dallas Cowboys, and then of course Jefferson was selected 22nd overall by the Minnesota Vikings. So let's get into it. So what does this mean for Ceedee Lamb? So like I said earlier, Ceedee Lamb is actually holding out in OTAs right now, trying to get a contract extension. I do believe that the Cowboys were kind of waiting for the Vikings to see what they would do with Jefferson, how much they would extend him for, because I feel like it's kind of known in the league that there's no question about it. Justin Jefferson is probably and is the best receiver in the league. Let me give you some interesting stats here. So they both have 4 seasons. They're both 4 seasons in. Okay. Justin Jefferson has 3 All-Pros. Ceedee Lamb has 2. Jefferson has 3 Pro Bowls. Ceedee Lamb has 3 Pro Bowls as well. And then it starts to get interesting. So Jefferson has 392 catches. Ceedee Lamb has 395 catches, so he edges him out there. And then yards, Jefferson has 58.99. Ceedee Lamb has 51.45. And then total touchdowns, Jefferson has 31, and then Ceedee Lamb has 35. So whenever I saw these stats, I was actually really surprised. I didn't think that they were so close to each other. I knew Ceedee Lamb was a menace. I was actually really disappointed whenever the Patriots didn't select him. I really wanted them to select him. He was an absolute beast down at OU. But like I said, I didn't even know that they were so close. I do believe that the Cowboys will extend Mr. Ceedee Lamb to, I would say, probably around the same ballpark that Mr. A.J. Brown is at, which, like I said earlier, he is making $32 million a year. I don't think they'll give him the same as Jefferson, but I know it's going to be up there. He'll probably be the second highest paid receiver. Whenever he does get a contract extension, I'll make sure to hop on here and make another episode for you guys. I'll see if Sauce is interested in doing that with me. But very interesting. Justin Jefferson, very deserving of the contract extension. One thing for me that I've said since we started doing this podcast is if you want to be a great receiver, you can't just have one good year here, one good year there. It's all about consistency. So, for example, like C.J. Stroud, obviously he had a phenomenal year last year, and he even put himself as a top 5 quarterback for last year, which arguably, yeah, he probably was in a lot of people's eyes. I'm not going to disagree with that. But overall, if you want to call yourself a great player, you gotta show out year in and year out. Like I said, you gotta be consistent with it. Look at Mike Evans. He's had, I believe, 10 straight years of 1,000 yards receiving with quarterbacks like Jameis Winston, Baker Mayfield, obviously Tom Brady, and he's been able to deliver at a high level year after year after year after year. Now we're starting to see that same trend with Justin Jefferson. Yeah, he had Kirk Cousins, which a lot of people might not put him in their top 10, but the way that Kirk has been playing, he's definitely playing at an elite level, top 10 quarterback. Very interesting, very interested. I'm sorry to see as to how he does down in Atlanta, especially with all those offensive weapons that he has. But that's another topic that we can hit on another day. Justin Jefferson very well deserved this contract. Cowboys, ball is in your court now. I know Ceedee Lamb's holding out in OTAs. Like I said, I know it's voluntary, but at the end of the day, who wants their star receiver to be away from the program, away from the organization, when they can be in, mentoring the rookies, getting better chemistry with the players, with the coaches, etc., etc. So I say Ceedee Lamb will probably see an extension within the next probably week and a half. Excited to see what they give him. 2 of the best receivers in the league right now. And I'm just here kind of off topic, but I'm looking at the receivers drafted in the first round in the 2020 draft. So Henry Ruggs was the first receiver to go off the board, and we all know what happened to Ruggs. Jerry Jeudy, second receiver off the board. I feel like he had so much potential. I'm not sure really what happened to the guy, but really interested to see as to what he does over in Cleveland. We got Jalen Rigor, who was selected 21st by the Eagles. He kind of didn't really do much, and then Brandon Ayuk was the last receiver in the first round to be picked up by the 49ers, number 25, who's also looking for a contract extension. I think they're actually going to trade Ayuk. I know they just signed, gave a contract extension to Juwan Jennings, I believe is his name, could be wrong. And then they also drafted a receiver in the first round, I believe it was. So they have a lot of question marks at receiver right now. They have a lot of options, but I think Ayuk is probably going to be the one that they probably trade away. But other than that, that's all I got for today's episode. Let me know what you guys think about Justin Jefferson's contract. Let me know what you guys think that the Cowboys are going to offer Mr. Ceedee Lamb. Do you like the extension? Do you not like the extension? Talk to me. One of my favorite things is waking up in the morning and kind of seeing the comment section filled. Talk to me, and I'll get back with all the comments and get back with you guys. But super excited for football. We're about 3 months away. Just activated my fantasy football league this past weekend. But yeah, that's all I got for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whatever it is, morning. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.